Hi guys, end of a long day. It's almost 1 a.m. Started my day at around 8. We got to the hotel. I think there were quite a bit of delays in the flight because of the weather. The snow couldn't start a day after it started, right on the flight time. So it wasn't a crazy delay, like 3 hours instead of going 3:45. We went like 6, 7 p.m. We landed late, got to the hotel like 11 p.m. I set up my office, went to sleep, started the day 7 a.m. Went to the gym. Luckily, the fitness is everywhere, so it's like 3 minutes from the hotel in Deerfield Park. And then started my day at like 5 investors call, one after the other. A few wanted to buy houses, a few financing, a few wanted consultation, education, things like that. So this is how my day usually looks like. And then I had to go file my corporate taxes, which I do by tomorrow. So I sent them, of course, certified in a local post office here in Deerfield, in Boca, close to Boca. When I was done with that, we went to the beach a bit with my daughter and son. That was fun. We went to see a few properties here in Boca that we thought about buying for investments. And later went to eat. I forgot my video camera for the conferences. Went to Walmart, got a new one. My daughter needed a few charging cables. My son needed a new SIM for his phone, so we got all of that. And that's it. That was the end of the day, basically. Going to sleep soon. Tomorrow, another long day starting 9 a.m. I have, I don't know, like calls until 4 p.m. Then we're gonna go to the beach here. It's right behind us. Beautiful boardwalk. I tried to take my daughter today, but apparently they close fitness by 10 p.m. I wanted to take her for the first time for the gym. I'm gonna see if I can get her in like a friend member, something like that. So we're gonna try that tomorrow. And we're gonna have a few walkthroughs with the houses that we build in Lake Placid. I spoke with the property manager today for our houses in Lake Placid. She gave me a few updates which are very optimistic for the area. Apparently the big builders are getting there, like D.R. Horton, Lennar, all of those. And the thing with these big, large builders, they are not going to keep the prices at 225 or 255. They're going to start 350, 400, 450. So that's actually going to bring a hike to all the properties that we are building for investors over there for a very low price. And our quality is way higher than D.R. Horton, of course. Like you can see so many bad reviews. The houses are not intact, like they're not aligned. They are doing everything very basic. All of the baths, the kitchens, they don't have granite countertops. They don't give you cabinets, all wood, no marble flooring, it's all carpets. You might have some basic tiles in the wet areas. That's it. Lennar is not much better, and they're gonna price their houses way higher. They are not gonna build for 225 or 255. They don't have anything like that in the nation. So they're gonna start around 350. So basically that's gonna bring the comps way higher. So all of the comparables in the area are gonna jump. That's great for our investors that got in time. I'm sure that by then we're gonna raise our prices to be par to what's going on in the area when they're gonna coming into the pool. And they're gonna do a lot of developments in the area with the roads. We already see all of the roads from Miami going to Lake Placid. A lot of trucks widening the roads, because another data that the property manager gave me, and we're gonna interview her really soon. So if you guys have any questions for the property manager, by all means write it down, and I'm gonna ask that in the interview. Basically 56% of the migration to Lake Placid is coming from Miami, because basically a lot of the prices in Miami for $2,000 you can get maybe a studio, and there is a crisis in Miami for all of the blue collar workers, sanitation, cops, nurses, all of these great people that they simply can't afford it. And just imagine a family, they have 2 or 3 kids, and they are living in a small apartment, I don't know, like maybe 1 bedroom. They're paying
$2,500 or so in Miami or more for that, or a studio, they can move up and get a much better property, like brand new. My house in New York is not in that condition. My house in New York is from the 90s. I completely renovated when I bought it, but it's not marble flooring and brand new kitchens and granite and stuff. It's nice, but I did it like 7 years ago. These are all brand new properties. And also my house in New York is all, maybe there's bricks from the outside, but it's not blocks, it's not cement. It cannot withhold high winds like hurricanes. Hopefully there's not going to be another Sandy in New York. And everything, like basically it's all wood and sheetrock, nothing like the ones that we are building. And basically when you're building with bricks, you have sound isolation. You don't have any termites. When I bought the house in New York, there were termites in the walls. I had to do treatments, like $900, and then you need to pay every year, and you need to replace a lot of stuff, like all of the wood that was eaten. You don't have it when your house is built with bricks. It's fire resistant. It's way more durable. The maintenance is way lower, basically, when it's all made from blocks, from cement blocks. This is how they build in Israel, by the way. And it can withhold hurricanes. So this is why if you go 1 hour to the beach from us to whatever shore, like 1 hour, you're gonna pay $500 if you're lucky per month for the insurance. Let's say, I don't know, 4, 5, 6,000 at least per year. For us, it's $560 per year, $46 per month for insurance. This is how you can cash flow basically on these properties, which is kind of amazing. And also the taxes, because it's a developed area, so it's only $150 a month, $1,800 a year. And the good thing about our property management, because we're doing many properties with them, they agreed, and only for us, okay? And I don't have this kind of agreement anywhere in the country. And we're investing in many other places like New York, Philadelphia, Texas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Connecticut, so many, North Carolina, so many other places. No property manager gonna sign you up with no placement fee, which means you get a tenant for $2,000, they are not gonna get the $2,000. It doesn't exist anywhere. And if the tenant change, they don't charge the $2,000, which is crazy. It's unbelievable. And we placed the data on a spreadsheet, and we saw that for 3 years, basically they do charge 10%, but nominal it's 4.27% per month, because they don't charge the $2,000. And all of the dissonance with property managers, that basically their whole goal is for the tenant to be replaced. Why? Because they get $2,000, which is basically like getting 10% year round. So for them, so there's always a conflict with property managers. They want the tenant to change because then they can get a fee that is like a yearly fee for them. So if they are not getting this placement fee, they have no incentive to give you a bad tenant or for the tenant to change, and they're going to do everything they can to get you a good tenant in place. So basically, it's great for us, and they agree for that, because for them it's such an easy management, because these houses are in a high demand. In our town there in Lake Placid, there when we created the presentation, you can go and see the presentation. So there were only 21 available houses for rent in the entire community. From these 21 houses, only 4 of them been from the last 5 years. So we don't basically compete with houses from the 90s that looks like, I don't know what. Like our houses looks amazing. Like brand new shining houses. So the thing is, all of our competition is like 3-4 houses, and we went to a few local real estate offices. We went one by one, and I was filming it, and I was asking, do you have like a rental available for, I don't know, like for a family or something like that, like a few people? They told me that, they were laughing. They told me, yeah, get into the waiting list, like 7, 8 people before you, because 70% of the population there, almost 80%, is homeowners. There's no rentals. So we are kind of like the only one building there, built for rent properties. And like during this week, you can see so many videos that I'm gonna make about the area, about Florida, about the migration, about the jobs, about the quality of life, about the restaurants, about the fun, about the weather, why so many people are looking basically to move into these areas. Like all of this road here behind us, behind this hotel today, we tried to leave around 4 o'clock to the beach. There was so much traffic. So this is not a good thing, but basically all of this traffic are people that are renting from you. It's people that are looking for a place to live for a decent price, which is so rare now in Florida. And basically, I don't know if you guys know, in Miami and all of this area, we are here in close to Boca, Deerfield and stuff. So all of the condos, some investors are asking us about if they should invest in an apartment. So the thing with the condos, now there is a crisis. Not many people know that, but a lot of people, like retirees, bought apartments here in the 90s when they were still, working in the working force. And now, 20 years later, they moved here and they're trying to live here, and they don't have much income other than like Social Security. So they are dependent on paying like a constant payment per month. Now what happens, a lot of these old buildings now hike the HOA, the monthly payment, to thousands. Okay, so a lot of them have to sell now, so there is a drop in price. I just had an investor that spoke with me like 2 days ago. She was thinking about buying one of our houses or buying an apartment for like $250. So $250 sounds like a good price for an apartment, which is basically kind of like the price of the house that we are building, the premium model with the garage, with the island and all of that. The problem with that the HOA was like, like $1,200 a month, which doesn't leave you any cash flow, anything. Now, we are also, we are one of the largest broker in the US, especially specializing with foreign nationals. So the thing is, lenders doesn't like to lend to condos and to properties that have HOA, because the problem is that the HOA can decide, this morning, you see this pool needs renovation, and usually it's going to be a much larger pool. All right, now everyone that is paying $500 a month need to pay $1,000 a month for the next 3 years, because we need to redo the pool, or we need to redo the cement on the roads, or the roofs. I own a few properties that are in the same community, and now I needed to pay like $4,000 per unit, which are like townhouses, 1,500, 1,700 square footage. I had to pay for each one of them around $4,000, and I'm lucky, okay, because a brand new roof is like $15,000. So the HOA agreed that they did like the overall community. It cost them, they showed us the report, like almost $700,000. So they paid half, and the homeowners needed to pay half. So I just sent them the checks for each one of them, paid that. They gave like 5 or 6 installments. I just, I don't like installments. I just paid them right there. But a lot of homeowners that build there, for them to now pay $4,000, I think like I don't remember the statistics, like 70% of homeowners in the US are living paycheck to paycheck. They have maybe like $500 in the bank. I saw like a discussion recently about fees from TD Bank and stuff. So I said I never see these fees because I don't know, I have like 30 accounts with TD Bank. Some of them are corporate, some of them are personal. For every property, I have a different account. So I keep the minimum in all of them, like at least, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000 at least, some of them way more. So I never see any fees because I keep the minimum. But I know a lot of people said that they have fees for overdraft or for having, I guess, less than that in the account. So they said TD Bank is not good. I love TD Bank, even better than Chase. Like the Chase is better technology-wise, but TD is, I don't know, I just go there, I feel like, they treat me like a king. I don't know, like I love them. I love the guys. It was whatever branch I went, it's like I open a brand new, I buy a new property, I open a new account, it's like 5 minutes. It's so easy. In any case, back to the topic, HOAs, like there is a crisis in Miami. I know a lot of investors that bought these HOAs. I know an investor from New York, she bought an apartment there. Now she took an HELOC on her house, but instead of locking the rate 3 years ago when it was like 3%, she took an ARM, which basically it's an adjustable rate mortgage that changes every month or every year or every 6 months. And for 2 years it was good, but then the rate went up from 3 to 8 and she couldn't afford it. And the HOA in the building, it was like an Hilton community right by the water. Amazing. She renovated it all. She put so much money in. She did brand new flooring and everything. That's so sad. She had to sell it for a loss because she couldn't handle the interest rate hike. Because she took this HELOC, she had to close this loan because she didn't lock the rate. And also the HOA went up to like $1,300. So this is crazy. I'm only doing, all of my investment and the one that we're doing for our investors are very moderate risk. I'm not taking any risk with my money. I'm not 18. The number one rule for Warren Buffett is don't lose money, basically. All right, so I prefer to do less deals, but to do ones that are going to be profitable, and I want passive income. A lot of people that are doing real estate, they say it's nothing but passive. But when you buy in the number one state, which is Florida, you're buying brand new property, so there's basically no maintenance. You have a builder's warranty. You have very low, it's all brick, basically, which is fire resistant and no termites and hurricane resistant and sound resistant and durable and all of that. And the insurance companies know that. This is why Citizen gave us $560, which is a hike from $490 in last year. So it went up $60, $70, something like that. Which is nothing. It was like six something a month, like a coffee. When we have so many people suffering, I have friends that moved to Fort Lauderdale, and their insurance now is $14,000, and their taxes is like $15,000. So they are living month to month just to pay for that goddamn property instead of traveling the world, enjoying themselves, having fun. I don't live for the property. The property is supposed to support my quality of living, and I want to have it in close to passive income as possible. It's never completely passive, but when you have a good area, B level, you don't have any HOA, you can do Airbnb, you can do whatever you want with it, and basically you have low taxes. You have all of the big builders coming to the area, and the prices there are gonna between double to triple in 5 years, because this is basically the last place in Florida that part of Central Florida that is still affordable. Because if you go to any shore, we built by the shores, Port St. Lucie, we built 5-6 years ago for $250, now it's $600. Cape Coral, we built for $250, now it's $500, $600. Orlando, forget about it. We bought in Orlando, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Today, forget about it. They moved to Kissimmee, now you cannot touch anything in Kissimmee, it's like $500. You move to Devonport, it's $400. You go down, and this is where we are, Sebring, Lake Placid. This is the next place, and it's actually better than Orlando. Why? Because it's closer to Miami. It's right in the same line of Sarasota and Port St. Lucie. So many people from Miami, 56%, are moving up. Ian, that hurt the west coast of Florida, it's hurt like a million houses. And where do you think these people are moving to? They're not going back to New York or Chicago or all of these frozen places. You just saw what is going now in New York. My cars, they are just completely covered. It's crazy. We could barely take a flight, and you're stuck at home 10 months a year, basically. So all of them, what they did, they moved to our area, and we saw a price increase of 25% in our area. And us, let's say the gold model is now $270. We sell it for $225. We used to sell it until 3 months ago for $260. So instead of lowering the prices, what we are doing, because we manage a large firm of like 19,000 investors, instead of lowering the prices, we went wholesale, and instead of bringing one truck of cement bricks, so we're bringing 10. Instead of one truck of windows, we're bringing 10. Roofs, everything. We negotiate everything, and we can lower the prices. And we have our own team there on a salary, so they can work 24/7. You know, of course they have a break. They work daily to finish the houses. So we are basically working on bulk to lower the prices. So we lowered from $260 to $225. Of course, we're taking a lower profit also ourselves, but we're also building in bulk now. So we prefer to build 10 houses and make much less on each one than building way less and making more, and basically giving better profit. It's like buying pre-sale. Okay, it's like investors in Israel that are buying, let's say there is a new high-rise that is being built. So a lot of builders are selling the properties way less, but you buy it on paper. And we have like every possibility to buy pre-construction with or without financing, and ready-made houses. We don't have a lot of those, but we keep on building. So ready-made houses, you can buy cash or you can buy with financing. The thing with financing, you only need to put 35% down. So we just had an investor here that we're gonna Gilad. We are making videos for them. So they had like $250 in cash. They had more, but this is what they've been looking to invest, around $250, $300. So instead of buying just one house for cash, they are buying 3 houses. They are buying 1 premium model and 2 gold models, all of it for less than $300,000, because we also brought them financing, because we have the financing company that are doing an auction between more than 200 banks to find them the best possible rate. So we're also helping them finding the best rates. So they're gonna save a lot on the rates. It's now, I guess, in the mid-6. They do have credit and stuff. And with credit, you can get higher LTV, loan to value, better rates. And they're also gonna start making the thing they're getting houses that are already ready. They're already built. We only have 2 more houses that are ready. We sold all of them very quick. We had 3 premium models, all sold. 1 for them, 2 for 2 other investors. 4 gold ones. They took 2. We have two more. That's it. They are going for, if you're buying them, price might change. So just contact us. We're going to tell you how much it is at the moment. So in any case, they got free properties. The good thing of getting them when they are ready, basically they are saving 10 and a half months that it takes us to build each property. So just imagine, I don't know, like $2,000 rent per one. It's like $20,000 right there that they can get sooner than getting the ones that are pre-built. But the only problem, we don't always, many times we don't have houses that are ready. Right? It's kind of rare that we do have them. We have 2 last ones. And the good thing, there's no HOA. We have the deal with the management company, so it's less than 5%. There's builder warranties, there's no maintenance. So these are all of the parameters that you calculate the yield, okay? Also for the rate, they're taking a DSCR loan, debt service coverage ratio. So basically you divide the NOI, the net operating income, which is basically the income from the property, the rate, with the PITIA, which is the Principal Interest Taxes Insurance Association. There is no association. So the higher the ratio, the better terms that they are going to get with this kind of loans. The good thing with this kind of loans, there is no need for taxes, there's no need for income, no W-2s. If you do have credit, you're gonna get better rates. If you don't have credit, we're also working with foreign national with no credit. These loans are being done on an LLC. We open an LLC in a few days, it's a few $100s. Of course, you need a bank account if you're a foreign national. So we work a lot with Americans and foreign nationals. So basically, they've been lucky to close on these loans. We're gonna show you how these properties look like. They look amazing. They saw it, they said, wow. They loved it so much. And I'm gonna do some live videos from there, also with the property manager. So this video was intended to be like 5 minutes. It's almost 30 minutes now. I wanted to do another one, same in Hebrew. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. It's already, I guess, like 1:30 a.m. It's so nice here. The weather is amazing. I can't believe that from the sweaters and the coats and the hats and stuff, I'm now basically here in the palm trees, enjoying it with short sleeve. It's like it's not a fancy shirt, it's just something I'm going to sleep with. But yeah, I just had the idea of doing this video and I thought, all right, let's do it now, so I'm not gonna forget it tomorrow. So thank you guys for joining me on this trip. We're gonna have 5 more days here in Miami. We're gonna do the videos from the properties, then we're jumping on a cruise. We're gonna be there for like a week, jumping between different islands, Bahamas and some others, I don't remember the names. I've been living in one of these islands in Cozumel for a while for work, like 15 years ago, before coming to the US and then traveling to all kind of destinations in South America and the Caribbean, like Colombia and Puerto Rico and Cuba and Guatemala and so many other places, usually like more active trips like zip lines and jumping from planes and boats and all of this stuff, all of the fun stuff, ATVs and stuff. This one is gonna be like easier. This one is with the kids, so we're gonna take it easier. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. Yeah, so they are definitely excited about it. And then back to Florida, we're gonna see some more properties that we are building close to Orlando, and of course taking the kids to Universal, Disney, all of this fun. And that's it. Starting of March, getting back to New York. Hopefully the snow gonna melt and we're gonna jump into spring. We love the spring in New York. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to sleep. Good night. Bye bye.